everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Susan and this is Rooted Word. So this is the last one on AI. I think I've AI bombed you guys the whole of this month of March, but that was what the plan was because I was somewhat struggling. I was somewhat thinking, how is everybody navigating this AI? And can we share? So I think now for me, I end this saying AI is part of this life. It can help me with my products, let me call them that, with products where I'm dealing with my products of faith and all that good stuff, like the blog. As I said, it can help. It's a very good PA, it's a very good assistant, it's a very good researcher. And I just came to realize that every generation, my generation has been the coolest. We went from LPs to disc to disc or CDs. Yeah, we went from LPs and tape and VHS tapes, to make matters even, to DVDs and CDs, to then the first, what was that, iPod, yeah, and to the first MP3s, yeah, MP3s, and we moved from perfect into Word, so my generation has had a lot of influence of tools. We went from the ring phone to the push phone to then the cell phone, and the cell phones those days were so huge. And we also went from black and white TVs to color TVs, to from analog to digital, to now you can imagine, so every generation has its tools, and we need to be able, as parents, as the ones who've, I think, gone ahead and have experienced these tools, to be able to steward people in the right way, and to remember that they are just tools. They can educate, they can build, they can assist, in our work, but they cannot, or they should not, replace the foundations of who we are. I think that's my main thing. God created this earth and he knew there would be an AI, obviously. Everything that has come, he was aware and has been aware of it. I think the challenge for me has been, how do I steward that? Do I remember that this is just a tool? In as much as it can be so nice, it feels so real, like a person-ish, and so AI can also be a distraction. It can also replace truth. It can also divide. So as I said in the beginning, when you're cooking, you can use utensils. You can use a knife. A knife can cut up bananas. A knife can cut up a mango or meat. But a knife can also be used in a very horrible way. It is how the person who's holding that knife decides how to use that knife. So I think for me, as this thing is going to get more and more into our faces and more into every single aspect of our lives, every computer, every phone, every thing that we're ever going to use, there's the AI. I think it's more of stewardship, and I think it's more of drawing the line and being able to say, no, this is the truth. This is what I stand by. Don't cross this boundary. Being responsible how we use the AI. And I think at the end of the day, integrity matters. I'm a Christian. I must stay with my Christian principles, stand on the word of God, irregardless of how fast, how quick, how super knowledgeable this thing might look like, be like, sound like, act like. My integrity and my relationship and my character and my responsibility of what God has given to me to steward, I have to steward it well. And I just have to remember this is a tool, and technology always changes. There's always going to be a newer anything and everything. You can imagine now. So I think at the end of the day, as we navigate these AI waters, I pray that the things that are fundamental, the foundations of our faith and the desire for answers to be quick and all that will not supersede the process that God takes us through. And with God, we always know this process. We have to come out on the other side as gold. And any shortcut that we do take will lead us to consequences that we may not want. So I think at the end of the day, yeah, AI is great. It can be used, when used in the correct manner, it is awesome. But we also have to remember that there's a very thin line of knowing, which boundary have we created for the AI. And also another thing this thing has taught me, and especially for me, for the longest time now, I plug out. I'm not on AI every day. I'm not doing stuff with it every day, because I want that inspiration of God, that creativity from God, that those aha moments. I crave them, And when I get an idea, and when I've gone through the idea and I have a certain thing, that's when I now plug it into maybe the AI when I want it to just flow. But the whole creation process, no, I have taken that back, and I have said, before you came AI, I was creating. Before you came AI, I was doing videos, I was blogging, I was doing whatever I was doing before you came here, and those I believe are from God. And so I'm just going to use you as the PA. Go finish this, go finish that, go do this, go do that. But in the whole sense of things, nah, I'm gonna make sure that understanding that AI is a tool and it's a machine, and it can quickly adapt to me because of the information it's getting. I have to remind myself all the time. So I hope this has been an interesting journey. Please, guys, share with me, write in the comments, what has been your aha moments? How do you use AI? I'm still asking because it would be nice for me to hear from other people, and it would be awesome for me to maybe take from you and apply into my life the things that you've noticed and the things that you've learned. And I'm really, 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 really grateful for you guys coming in, watching the videos, sharing, liking, and new subscribers. Asante sana, you are most welcome. So until the next one, I just want to say thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.